Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as the United Snakes of America. Wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, the people on this side, you Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Seminole Indian, and Speckled Bird. Get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back in order. The ordinance, all right? Time is very short, and famine of the word is upon us. Anyway, first and foremost, and as always, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Bahashim HaKadosh. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops, the great millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. Shalom, the salutations of all the brothers. I push you the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, Shalom. Stay on your watch. What does it mean? Watch. Let's get that. We're the watchmen. Okay. Let's get Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 1, what is it, 13? The 8, slug. Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Okay, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And I keep hearing this watch, watch, watch. Let's get Ezekiel. And when I hear watch, Ezekiel 3 and 17. Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So we're warning the people because we're watching. What must you, okay, this word watch, watchman. What must a watchman do? And this is, every time I hear that, because we are on our watch. We're watching for the prophecies. We're watching for the signs, okay? But what must you do on your watch? Or more so? Let me look for that. And what I'm getting at is this. I'll say it out loud. I want to go to Habakkuk 2 and 1. The brother talked about my long cord. This is an old phone now. The phrase that came to my mind as far as watch and stay on your watch and being a watchman, the phrase is pay attention. Okay? You must pay attention right now. All right? Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention. What's your boy Poppy Hassan Campbell? Pay attention to your surroundings and the people and pay attention to the people in your group, because they may hurt you or some shit like that, right? Pay attention. All right. Let's get that. Habakkuk 2 and 1. I want to see if pay attention is in there, in one of these different versions. Let's see, Habakkuk. Two. Gotta go to good old Bible Hub. Wonder where that came from. Where am I am in. Oh, yeah, I was right. It's a lot. Bear with me. Images. Habakkuk. Videos. I don't want video. Search results. New letter. There's the old Bible Hub. Wonder where that came from, the old Bible Hub. 2 and 1. That's what I want. It's a lot. Bear with. Really? Okay, there we go. Habakkuk 2. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch. Okay. Watch, watch, watch. I see watch. I want to pay attention. I will stand at my guard post, and I will watch. I want to pay attention. But that's what I hear. I hear, hey, it's time to pay attention, right, to everything, to scrutinize everything. Let no man deceive, by any means, let no man deceive you. In the English Revised Version, it says, I will, and will is all capital. I will stand upon my watch. Watch, I stand, station myself on a bulwark. Additional translation, Salaki, bear with. I'm just curious. Watch, watchtower, watch post. Watch, set up on the tower, watch. Watch, guard post, watch. I get pay attention out of watch. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to speak on paying attention. We need to, let's look that up, pay attention. Because what does it mean to watch? Is that what they mean, watch? When they say, I will watch, what does watch mean? You got to look that up. I will stand at my watch post. I will stand at my guard post. What must you do? You got to pay attention. You could be at the guard post and be asleep, right? Oh, I got to pull guard. What then? What if you got a guard at the guard post, right? And his watch, what is he watching? He's watching the back of his eyelids. What about that? I know people like that. Okay, I will watch. No, you got to pay attention. Seat myself, watch. That's what I'm getting. Watch. On my charge, I stand. And I station myself on a bulwark, and I watch. I will stand up on my watch. I will stand firm during my watch and fix my position over the fortification. And I will carefully observe. Woo, that's very close, see? See that? What does that go into? Carefully observe. Carefully observe is to pay attention. Is it not? And I will observe carefully. Salakia. This is the Catholic Public Domain version. I will stand firm during my watch and fix my position over the fortification, and I will observe carefully. That's pay attention to see what might be said to me and what I might respond to my opponent. Observe carefully. Look at that. Okay, pay attention. All right, watch. It's easy to say watch, right? And I'm not going against watch. I'm saying, can we be more specific? Let's investigate this. Let's break that down a little more. Let's get more out of that. Okay, hey, pay attention more specifically. Watch what? Watch for the signs, right? Well, pay attention, right? Observe carefully. What do you get? Two is better than one, right? Observe care. That's a phrase. Watch. That's a word. Okay. Pay attention. That's a phrase. Two are better than one in that regard. You can disagree if you want. Oh, nigga, you just. And I shall look and I shall see. Okay, this is the Peshitta Holy Bible Translated. Habakkuk 2 and 1. On my place I shall stand when I tread on the rock, and I shall look and I shall see what he speaks with me and what he returns to me for my reproof. I will look out to see what he will speak by me. Watch, okay. Additional, let's see. Modern. Watch tower. Watch post. Okay. I think we've spent enough time on that one. I like pay attention. So let's look that up. Yep, been a lot of watches. Observe carefully. I like that. I will keep watching so I can see what he says. Watch. Okay, that's pretty much what I'm going to get. All right, so let's pay attention. Let's look that up. What does it mean to pay attention? Good. Pay attention. Attention meaning. All right. Oh, shit. Listen, okay? It says, and this is Google. Not Google, it's, I don't know what it is, dictionary. It says, Dictionary Cambridge, apparently. It says, to watch. All right, pay attention. To watch. See, I like pay attention. To watch, listen, to think. Okay, to watch, listen to, or think about something or someone carefully. Pay attention means to watch, listen to, or think about something or someone carefully or with interest. Stand on your watch. What does it mean to watch? Okay, this is what it means to pay attention. To watch, listen to, or think about something or someone carefully or with interest. And here are some examples in a sentence. Don't pay attention to Nina. She doesn't know what she's talking about. That's the spirit. Anyway, pay attention. Pay attention to. Okay, pay attention, definition, meanings, and synonym. Let's look at this. Okay. taking heed, giving close and thoughtful attention, paying particular notice. Okay. All right. Let's get to watch. What does it mean to watch? Watch me, man. Let's parse words here. Watch. A product that Timex has been making for you. Watch. Look at or observe attentively over a period of time. Watch. Look at or observe attentively over a period of time. Watch. Exercise care, caution, or restraint about. A small timepiece worn typically on a strap on one's wrist. An act or instance of carefully observing someone or something over a period of time. Watch. Watch is okay, but I like pay attention. What was the other one? To observe closely. What was that? Pay attention. To observe closely. All right, so anyway, that's what we are to be doing. Okay, pay attention. All right, let's give an example. All right. And I did this yesterday in yesterday's lesson. All right. Who is thy sword? Right? Who is thy sword? Let's get that real quick. Which is thy sword? Is that what it is? Which? Which is thy sword? Which is? Call halal. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Okay, so what is this? Psalm. Okay. Forgot where I was going with it. Oh, he is these things. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's just read that. This is Psalm 17:13 in the King James. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, who's the nation of Edom, which is thy sword. What does that mean? Which is it means that this is how the Most High is going to punish or destroy or to judge, right? He's going to have Esau do it. When the Most High wants to speak to mankind or to human beings or to the children of Israel, he has his representative that speaks on behalf of him, who are the prophets, right? He'll have them go proclaim what he wants them to proclaim. When he wants somebody to be put to death, who gets the call? It's telling you right here. Which is thy sword. Okay? He's a killing instrument. He's Cain, Tubal Cain. And that's what he was created for. Now, from there, we had to establish that. Now we go to Matthew 24 and look at this a little closer with a spiritual eye, or paying attention. Pay attention to what we just established right here as far as Esau being a sword. Okay? Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him, saying privately, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man, what man? the wicked man, the deceiver, that no man deceive you. Who is the expert deceiver? Who's going to kill you and then lie about it? Esau. That's what, he's the sword, okay, sent by the Most High to kill you, and then excuse him. You know, and you know what? It wasn't Esau. Esau is like this. I didn't kill you. It wasn't me. I had instructions to go. It was the Most High, and he's absolutely right. He's just the mechanism by which the Most High does that particular thing. If he wants to speak to you, he's sending a prophet from the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, so as you know, that's paying attention. That's getting in there and, you know, knowing what's actually going on. So anyway, Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, right? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. Many who? Many deceivers. Who are the deceivers? Who are the devils? What's another way of saying deceivers? Devils. Okay, that would be Esau. For many deceivers shall come in his name, saying, I was born to do this, like Donald Trump. And he's correct on the left-hand side, right? Now, from the many, what? From the many men, these deceivers who are the Edomites, they are the deceivers, the devil, right? Many of them are going to come and shall do what it is that they do. Deception. How? They're going to make, well, it's a natural disaster. What are they saying? What's going to happen? Well, you're going to hear of wars. How? How many people actually went to the protest? Are we watching AI do its thing? I saw this thing, some Israelites produced this this chat AI thing about how they view being in the truth. And it was done really well. They had a bunch of Edomites, you know, confessing and telling the truth about themselves, and it all looked real, looked like a soap opera, right? But you could tell it was AI because Esau would never say those things, but the things that they were saying, it looked so real, right? But that's the time we're in. Okay, so, oh, well, huge crowds were out yesterday. Let no man deceive you. Okay? That's rampant. Before you just believe and start making assumptions, making policy based on what you've seen, not smart. That's not wise at this point. Okay? Take heed that no man deceive you. Right? So when you hear these wars and rumors of wars, it's man-made. Wag the dog. What is wag the dog? What is wag the dog? It's a phrase. What does it mean? It means that somebody made up a war. They have a name for it. Making up a war that doesn't exist. Right? They have a name for that. Everybody made a movie about it called Wag the Dog. This war is going on over here. No, it's not. It's a production. Same thing with a march or a protest. Hey, protest is going on, and this happened. Hey, what are you believing right now? Whatever you're told, whatever they put on Fox News. Guess what? No kings. What does no kings actually mean? I haven't heard anybody say it yet, so I'll be the first one to say it. They're talking about Yahushua. Nobody has said that yet. They're talking about Yahushua. No king. It would be different if they were saying, well, no kings, they're talking about Donald Trump. They're saying no kings all over the world. Okay, Donald Trump is the president of the Corporation of America, not the world. So when the whole world is saying no kings, who are they talking about? No kings coming from the sky and taking shit over. That's what they're talking about. That's some witchcraft at the highest level that you should be aware of and understand that, but nobody said it yet. So I'll say it first. No Kings is talking about Yahushua the King, and it's a witchcraft spell that they got everybody to say. Right? That's easy. Top down. Right? They ain't talking about Donald Trump's stupid ass. Right? Not talking about Prince Charles or King Charles, whatever this punk motherfucker. What about him? No kings. No monarchs. Right? No. No kings. They're talking about Yahushua. That's a witch spell. Easy. Remember this? It bounces off of me and goes back to you. Matthew 24. They're making up these wars until they actually got to fight them. Right? Hey, it's called the press. You can say anything that scare people. The point is that they have the capacity. What wag the dog? What is that? That's how you make people think there's a war, but there's not. Okay, that's one. Let's go down the list. Wars and rumors of war. Wag the dog. Okay? Nation against nation. Venezuela right now. Oh, we shot this boat. We shot 5 boats. Really? Did you really shoot 5 boats? Or is that what you're just presenting to us? Oh, we got B-52s off this taunting or threatening the coast of Venezuela. Really? Is that wag the dog? Is that real? Okay. That is what? Nation shall rise against nation. Who? We're creating that illusion and pushing it on the people. Is it a deception? It says, let no man deceive you, for many shall come deceiving. Is that a deception? What are the deceptions? That a war is going on. It's called wag the dog. That nation is fighting against, it's called wag the dog. Okay? That's nation against nation. There shall be famines. What is the word famine? No food or scarcity of food? How? Well, let's blow up these food processing plants. Let's come up with some franken food. Right? Let's control the food. Let's get rid of SNAP. Let's get rid of benefits. Let's kill the livestock. Chicken farm. Oh, all these beef cattle, they just fell over dead. And we can't use them. There's E. coli over here. They're doing that. They're culling the food supply. Someone's doing that. Oh, it's just happened. It happened by osmosis. No, that's the deception. Let no man, there's a man doing the deceit. There's no food of it. A man did that. He created that. Salakia. All right, anyway. So we got Wag the Dog. We got FDA, whatever the hell that is, right? Food and Drug Administration or food, whatever. Regulations, a pantry, a SNAP, and all of this stuff that's in the news right now. Why? Because they're manufacturing a famine. A man, a deceiver, is coming, ain't no more food. No, there ain't no more food because you cut it off and you cut back and created this. You created this shit. It says right here, let no man, because many are going to come creating a situation. War, they're going to create some wars, wag the dog. They're going to create a famine. What else? And pestilences, the CDC. Oh, you got to go get one of these because we created CV19 in a wet market in Wuhan, China. See, we did that, the CDC, and this is what we do. We create pestilence, and then we hand it to you, and then we give you the antidote. So every one of these things they're doing. And there's nature too. pestilences? Do we even have to say the word harp? Do we even have to say harp? And earthquakes in diverse places. We have to say that? That's an old one now. We know about beam weapons. We know about earthquake machines. We know about we can flood anything we want to now. Weather warfare. So pay attention. All right. No. There's a carnal aspect, what you see on the ground, and then there's what you can't see that's above you. That's a spiritual aspect. There's a spiritual aspect that everything's going to. If by now, if you've been in this truth, boy, I don't really know how to qualify it. And everybody is different. Let me just say that. But there comes a time when you stop doing things in the third dimension and you start, walking in the spirit, and that's what you should be doing right now, because that's the only way out of here, is to let go. If you're still worrying about what am I going to do, your answer should be, I'm probably going to die, but Lord willing, I'm going to do it with the seal of the Most High right here. That's the only answer. What am I going to do? I'm going to die with the seal saying Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, out there in the field somewhere, and not with a sea hip. That's an honorable death. I mean, when you got it, that's counting the cost. When you count the cost, if you should be able to start with where you land after you've counted the cost. It should be, well, I might die, but it's an honorable death, and I'll be on the chariot first. That's where you should land, right? If you've counted the cost at all. And after that, it should be easy. Oh, well, shit, I made it. That ain't no L. Right? One more death, so what? I've had several. But what I did on this side, see, that martyr, that's fucking honorable, right? That stood so stiffly. Any one of those deaths, Yahushai's death, is an honorable death, man. See, and we don't push that enough. We don't push honorable death enough. Everybody wants to be the hero, but don't know how to be one. Honorable death. Yahushua is the hero. How? Honorable death. Not, I made the most touchdowns and I'm that guy. No. Nope. I took that ass whooping, and when they hung me, I knew what was coming afterwards. And a New York minute, how long is time to the Most High? He instantly, in our understanding of time, the moment that Yahushua gave up the ghost, you can only imagine that instantly, right, the Most High had transformed him. He was sitting at his right side as the guy that we're going to see when he cracked them clouds. Okay? So, you got to pay attention right now. All right? Pay attention knowing the time that we're in. Let's get that. Knowing the time that we're in. I'm just going to... I'm going to type that in. Let's see what comes up, because I don't know. I just got it. Got it from the air. Let's see. Knowing. Bear with me, please. lot of those phrases came up, different ones. But I'm going for something specific, KJV. Let's see what comes up. The spiritual, Romans. Yep. Anybody put anything? I see all of you on there. Romans 13:11. Woo, that's the spirit. What does this go to? It goes directly to what we've been speaking on. If you've been in the truth all this time, you know this scripture by heart, but what does it mean right now? All right, look at Nate and them. They're marching around churches. This thing is going down. They're marching around churches. Romans 13:11 in the King James. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. What does that mean? You're not paying attention. You're asleep on the job. You're an Israelite with fringes on. You're not paying attention. You're asleep in the truth. It's high time that you awake out, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Look at how that comes together in this sense, at this time, today. What does it mean? What does Romans 13:11 mean right now, today, after No Kings yesterday? Okay. Which No Kings is backfiring on Trump and them. Romans 13:11, and that, knowing the time, that now anybody that ain't walking in the spirit right now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. All right, what is that? You ain't walking in the spirit, you're being carnal. Okay? Still doing everything that you've been doing for years now. Ain't no microchips, ain't no Jacob's trouble, moron, all of that stuff. You still playing them games when what? You're supposed to be working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. But you're caught up. You can't see that our salvation is nearer than when we believe. You can't even see that because you don't see the sea hip. You have to turn a blind eye to the sea hip. Sea hip is a sign of the times, letting you know how close we are. And you're like this, I don't see it because you don't want to see it. You don't want to see the end come. So you got to be careful who you're listening to. If you're listening to somebody who's marching around the Civic Center or a church or something like, if you're listening to somebody who's fighting among Israelite camps, right? You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to the bigger story, the prophecies, right? You're not reporting on the prophecies, right? You're not paying attention. In order to know where the prophecies are right now, you should know there is no time for backbiting and fighting among camps or amongst each other. You've lost your focus. You're supposed to be working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Said something's coming out of that sky. They're scared about it, right? They can't hide it anymore. They're making moves. They're having to hurry up. Right now, my biggest wonder is how long, right? How long, how much more, right? And right now I got it at a year, because them 6 months, it was like a year and a half, and now them 6 months cooked off. I could push it back another 6 months, but how many times am I going to do that? So I'm guesstimating, no 3 years. 2, 1, yep, 1 year. 1 year, man, is all that there is left, the way that this shit is going. I was hoping No Kings was gonna to jump something off, right? But now, how are they gonna make up for that? They gotta go in the hood and start busting heads, right? They gotta push Jake even harder. So I believe that we're going to see an uptick in the ICE situation where they're gonna push harder. Jake is gonna fight back, and they'll try to get it popping that way. Since they can't get Jake to start nothing at a protest, right? They have to have some Negroes in there to have somebody to blame it on. Otherwise, they're gonna have to blame it on Esau, and they don't really want it. So the provocateurs were told to stand down. There's not enough niggers. Stand down. We'll wait. We'll take another approach. We'll go straight to the hood, bop heads. And Issachar is gonna fight back first. Issachar is more proud than Judah, right? Issachar is more proud than Judah. Therefore, they're gonna fight back. And you go to Chicago, you got Judah, you got Issachar, you got everybody. An abundance of Jake over there. So just stay right in there. Stay right in there, provoke these fools. You almost had them out. And right now, Jake is over there plotting. Right? Here's where we are right now with it. Let's see. I'm going to play this little vignette. See, when they're grabbing up people, and that's what they're doing. They're grabbing up people that are legal to provoke. They're doing that on purpose to provoke. Let's see if I can get this to pop.
I got cameras. A U.S. citizen says armed Border Patrol agents snatched him off the street in broad daylight earlier today.
In an exclusive tonight, he shared what that experience was like with WGN's Barbara Hamilton.
Good evening. You're about to hear from a man who was on his way to his cousin's house here this morning at 85th and South Buffalo. He says the car pulled up alongside him and he was pulled in.
When the vehicles passed by, I didn't know those who were in the vehicles.
Around 10:30 this morning, this man, who only wants to be identified as Angel, was heading to his cousin's house at 85th and South Buffalo when he noticed a vehicle he says had already passed him circle back.
I seen the vehicles coming back, so I pulled out my phone and I started recording.
On his video, you hear the people in the truck identify themselves. And 4 agents get out, telling Angel not to run. As he records, he backs up, those agents creeping ever closer. Then they grab him, knocking his phone off.
I got cameras.
But the cameras at his cousin's house were rolling.
I got cameras. I heard the Ring camera go off, and I ran out there and I seen him driving off.
They show Angel being led to the agent's SUV and shoved in the back, as neighbors gathered in the street left wondering what happened.
He don't got no warrants. He ain't no troublemaker or anything, and just a nice kid, you know, trying to come and help me out.
Inside the SUV, Angel says they demanded his name, questioning his legal status repeatedly.
They took me to their vehicle and demanded to ask who I am and what's my name.
The Most High did deliver him, though.
Which you are?
Yes, I'm from Chicago.
Angel.
He's satisfied he was a citizen. He says they dumped him at the intersection of 87th and South Baltimore, about half a mile away from where he'd been picked up. His cousin quick to find him.
I seen him walking down from a couple blocks away and he jumped in, and when I asked him what happened, he said that they just grabbed him and threw him in the car and took off with him.
As we visited the scene, what appeared to be another immigration vehicle passed by, but it's unclear what or who they're looking for.
This thing gotta stop. It shouldn't happen.
Now, we have reached out to DHS today for a comment on what happened this morning. They have yet to get back to us. On the south side of Chicago, Ronald Hamilton, WGN News.
All right, so as you can see, they're going to ramp this thing up. They know exactly what buttons to push, and that parade or whatever they call that, protest, march, whatever, that didn't work. It didn't give them what they wanted. So what are they going to do? They're going to grab up people, no matter what they look like, to stir Jake up. They don't have that time to wait anymore. They got to do what they know is gonna work, and they know them parades ain't working. But what is working? Grabbing a nigga up in front of everybody. So they gotta do this shit the hard way, right? They're finna go about it the hard way. And they're doing it, right? In a minute, it's gonna be Judah, right? And man, so what is this? Shit. By mid-November, man. By mid-November, I would say the fireworks, you know. So let's get As a Roaring Lion. I should know that by heart. I don't. Slovakia. Bear with me. Damn. As a Roaring Lion, 1 Peter 5 and 8. All right, here we go. First Peter 5 and 8 in the King James. Be sober. See? Pay attention. We're right back there. Be alert. Okay, here we go. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour. That little guy got devoured. I got camera. That's not paying attention. You ain't paying attention. Okay, so let's go through these. All right, let's see if we can pay attention. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around. Stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Sober-minded and alert. I want to pay attention. Be sober-minded, watch. Be sober, be vigilant. Sober, vigilant. Be of sober spirit. Be on the alert. I want to pay attention. Be of sober spirit. Be on the alert. Be of sober spirit. Be watchful. Be sober, well-balanced in self-discipline. Be alert and cautious at all times. There's one. Be alert and cautious at all times. Pay attention. Okay, you see what's coming out of this? Watch. It's all saying the same stuff. It's time to be watchful. It's time to be circumspect. It's time to be watching yourself at all times, man. Because everything is in play now. Okay, everything. Be sober-minded, be alert. Be serious, be alert. Sober, watchful. Be on your guard and stay awake. See? Just because you're on your watch, don't mean that you're awake. We're Yashawana. Oh, he got watch. Well, what's he doing? Walk up to the post. You hear snoring 15 feet away. Be sober, be watchful. Keep your mind clear and be alert. Be alert, be on watch. Be clear-minded and alert. Be sober and alert. Sober and self-controlled. Be watchful. Be sober, be vigilant. Curb every passion and be on alert. Curb every passion and be on alert. Beautiful. Win, baby, the win. Be sober-minded and alert. Be sober and self-controlled, sober, vigilant, sober-minded, watch, sober, vigilant, abstemious. Be abstemious. Watch for your adversary, the accuser, as a roaring lion. Sober and watch, sober and vigilant, sober, vigilant. Discipline yourselves, stay alert. Vigilant, cautious, alert, be reflective. Sober, watchful, sober, watch, sober, vigilant. As I say this, you gotta do that thing. Sober, vigilant, temperate. I like abstemious. We have to look that up. Curb every passion. Sober, watchful. Sober, vigilant. What is abstemious? Let's look that up. I think I've heard that before. I think a brother. Abstemious meaning, it says, not self-indulgent, especially when eating and drinking. I don't like that. Marked by resilient, especially in eating of food and drink. Gluttonous. Not doing things that give you pleasure. Abstemious goes with the Day of Atonement, because it's really into eating, especially with regard to alcohol. Someone who is abstemious avoids doing too much of something enjoyable, such as eating and drinking. Got it. Refraining from consuming food or strong drink. Good. Anyway, looking up words like we do at GMS. Shalom, shalom. Where was I with it? Where did I go? Salaki, bear with. Let's see if I can go back here. Oh, okay. Going back to paying attention. Okay, where do I want to go before First Peter? Be sober. Guess I started there. Anyway, and watch unto prayer. First Peter, and watch. Let me get it over here. So that you can pray. I'm not going to get into that. Let me just get that. Be sober, be vigilant. Let me see. 1 Peter 4:7. Let me read that. How does that just come up? We must be about the end of the lesson, or the camp for that matter. First Peter 4:7, but the end of all things is at hand. Boom. Therefore, Salakia, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Be sober and watch. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay? And going into abstemious, going into drinking, too much drinking. Drinking what? Right? Drinking Nate. Drinking, drinking Jesus juice. Most High in Christ bless. IUIC. Israelite United in Jesus Christ. That's Jesus juice. We got to slide that in there to appease Esau. Well, we appeasing Esau so we can get this money. I kind of like the I don't need no money approach. Most High got me. I kind of like the Most High got me approach. Right? To Slovakia. The Most High got me approach to faith. Right? Don't need no money. Whoever needed money to do this, you gotta take that chip. Okay. Deacon, what's this fool's name now? Brother, Deacon, Destruction, Dildo Destruction Mode. Right? All you booty faggots out there. I know about all of you. I know your ilk. Anyway, anybody that is about money and flash and all of that, I'm somebody because of the car I drive and how much money can I get out of your pocket and I'm a hustler and all this bullshit, you're gonna take that shit. So you can tend to your money. You carnal ass bitches, you didn't get it. Supposed to spit on the money, walk the other way, and that's when it comes to you, dummy. Supposed to give it all away, that's when it comes to you, dummy. You're not in the spirit. You're not in the spirit. And what, after you got all that money, you made your little rap records, and then it comes out that you're into pegging. All right? Now you got the money, you can go do what you want. What are you doing? What you want to do? What you've always wanted to do. You did, oh, well, Rockstar ain't all it was cut out to be. There was a whole bunch of fucking hard work so that they can steal your publishing and then they get rich. There's no win. And you found that out. Oh, well, but we sold records within the Hebrew community and we're making more money hustling. So it's not cute to be a fucking rock star anymore. Go back to hustling. I'm finna go back to being a gangster. Hustling. Right? Oh, I was doing what I was doing, what I was. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. So what they're showing here is two sides of the situation, the bad and the good. The good goes to the elect. Except those days should be short, but there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake. So it mentions the elect. Those are the ones that are going to be saved. Those days shall be shortened. So you get the tribulation, and then you get the elect. Jeremiah 30 and 4, yeah? Nope, 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. There's the name of it. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's trouble, right? But he shall be saved out of that. He's got to be the elect. Same thing. Get the trouble, and then he will be saved. That's the elect. For the elect's sake, they shall. Right? Book of Daniel 10, Lucky 12, maybe 12 and 1. And at that time, what time? The time of Jacob shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. What time of trouble? Time of Jacob's trouble, such as was never since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered. Who is thy people? The elect. Shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Who's written in the book? The elect. All right. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High, which means to respect him, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, whether with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. This is Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, and behind closed doors, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, so walk in the faith, be patient, die a noble death with the seal of Yahweh Shemel shining in your forehead. That's it. That's all you can do. Stay in the faith. With that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and few sisters. Face the east. Call halal Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Hashem Kakadash. All right. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. All right, shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Aquath that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest. Love you. All right. With that, stay strong, pray and all that. Shalom. Shalom, Akim.